The full English breakfast, a staple in any coffee shop in the UK, in any cafe. But how do you make the full English better? How do you make it more tasty? And how do you make it more interesting? I created a short video of this breakfast and put it on TikTok. It got 133,000 views, and there was lots of questions why me as a chef put each element on the plate. So in this video, I'm gonna answer all those questions, and as a chef with over 35 years experience and the last 10 years started some of the best coffee shops in the South Coast, I'm gonna show you how to make this breakfast at home, step by step. And we're gonna start with the part of the breakfast that most people don't like. We found a way to fix it and make it delicious. It's mushrooms. Let's start with the most controversial part of any full English breakfast. Yep, and that's the mushrooms. Most people think that they hate mushrooms, but they don't. They hate the way they're cooked. Badly cooked mushrooms are bad. So instead of serving them whole, here's what we do. We slowly cook them down with onion, garlics, thyme and herbs until all the moisture's gone, and then blend them up into a mushroom duxelle, put them into sourdough, and then cover it in butter, fry it off on both sides so you get like a super tasty fried bread. With the combination of a grilled cheese sandwich filled with the most tasty mushrooms you've ever tasted, cut them into soldiers for that nostalgic effect, crispy and rich on the outside, filled with that cheesy flavour in the middle, serve with a pot of hollandaise for that dippy egg effect. Next level bacon. Just got our Friday delivery ready for the weekend from the butcher, which includes our slabs of bacon and our big meaty pork sausages. Lovely sausages, got a real good coarseness to them, not too seasoned, not too herby, nice traditional sausage. Our slabs of bacon, using Hampshire pork from local farms. He cures it, smokes it down up to Zabasset, and then he sends it to us, and then we slow cook this for about 2.5 hours to get that lovely flavour. If memory serves correctly, Simon told me that the pigs are fed dairy from the dairy farm nearby or on the same farm, and that gives the fat a really delicious richness when we cook it. So for the Carby breakfast, it's really important to us. We've got local sausages, local bacon, local eggs, all from the surrounding area, all from good quality suppliers, giving us good quality produce, which is going to give us one of the best full English breakfasts I've tasted, if I do say so myself. So now it's time to get the bacon in the oven, ready for the weekend. The bacon slabs get covered in thyme, rosemary, garlic and water. It's covered and braised at 180. Okay, once that bacon has come out the oven, it's been in there for about 2.5 hours. Slow cooking, so it makes the meat nice and soft. We just take that bacon out of the fat, out of the braising liquor, onto a tray. Comme ça, just like that. Keep the juice for soups. And then a bit like a gammon, we're just going to score the fat. Not much fat on this one, which is good sometimes, but you want a little bit of fat, just to help caramelize off when you're glazing the bacon. And then now onto that, some brown, dark demerara sugar. It's going to add a bit of a caramelized flavor to the top. That's right, mate. And then onto that, maple syrup. And that's going to caramelize in the oven. All that maple syrup and brown sugar seeps into the scores we just made. And now this goes into the oven, back at 180. And just like a Christmas gammon, we keep spooning that liquor back onto the fat until it gets all caramelized just like this. And it looks and smells delicious. Look at that. And the idea for this came from when I was working in the Park Hotel in Kenmare in Ireland, a Michelin-star restaurant. And believe it or not, this was a star food. Slow cooked bacon, caramelized, served on mashed potato with cabbage, and it was delicious. I kept it with me all this time. Now for our full English breakfast, we take a nice thick slice, slide it back through the oven to make it nice and hot, and what you're left with is this beautiful, juicy, caramelized, streaky bacon, packed full of flavour. And for our sausages, we simply roast those off until they're nice and golden brown. And as for our eggs, they come from just down the road at Vale Farm, and they're proper local. Vale Farm is situated about 4 miles away from Carby. And basically, we use Vale Farm eggs because one, it's local, and second, they are super fresh. Chris said they get laid about midnight last night and then delivered next day. And that means that when you poach the eggs or fry the eggs, the white stays nice and contained around the yolk. And second, Chris said that these eggs get laid about midnight last night and they get delivered today, so the eggs are super fresh. Now, a chef tip, if you are poaching eggs, to get that perfect poached egg, that nice round circle, use a really fresh egg, and that is going to give you a nice tight white around the yolk. The older the egg, the protein in the white breaks down, and when you put it in the water, it goes all over the place. So make sure you're using nice fresh eggs when you poach eggs. And these Vale Farm eggs are local and super fresh. Right, so we take a non-stick frying pan. It's got about that much oil in it, so it cooks the egg nice and consistently. We go slow and low, heat the pan up. Now the eggs are on, the oil is about that deep, and that makes sure the oil covers the top of the egg white, so the egg white is cooking all at the same time, nice and consistently, and the egg yolk is going about 62 degrees, so we've got a nice warm runny egg and a cooked egg white to get a perfect fried egg to go on our full English. And this way you can see by bringing it up slow and low, the egg whites are cooking at a nice consistent rate, the egg yolk's being warmed through to a good safe temperature, and you're not getting all those crispy bubbles. You know when you put an egg into a hot pan and it explodes all over the place. This way it doesn't happen because you go slow and low, but if you want a crispy egg, get it in hot oil obviously. Confit tomatoes. Confing is a word normally associated when you cook duck. It means being cooked in its own fat. We'll do the slow cooking process for the tomatoes in a similar style, where we get olive oil, garlic, and then freshly chopped thyme and rosemary, which normally comes from our next door neighbour's garden, very generously. And all these flavours go onto the tray with the cut tomatoes, thyme, rosemary, the sliced garlic. And these tomatoes go under the hot lights in the kitchen, probably about 45 to 50 degrees for about 24 hours. Drizzled heavily with extra virgin olive oil, that brings all the flavours together, so you've got the sweetness of the tomatoes, the bitterness from the oil, and all that flavour from the garlic and herbs. And then with all tomatoes, they can do a good heavy seasoning from flaky sea salt, and then once that salt's on, we take that tray and then put it under the hot lights. And this is where they're normally halve in size, but double in flavour. So now we've gone through all the elements of breakfast. How do we plate it up? Well, first, like we said, we take a nice thick slice of bacon, and that goes onto your plate after a little flash in the oven to heat it through. Next, our beautifully roasted sausage. Then that's followed by our 2 perfectly fried local Vale Farm eggs with runny yolks and set whites. A little bit of sea salt and black pepper on top finishes them off nicely. And now our concentrated flavoured tomatoes go next to the eggs, nicely warmed up through the oven. Beans, you can make your own, but we always go for Heinz baked beans. I mean, Heinz is the best, right? But if you think we should make our own beans, let me know in the comments. Now, next to that, our homemade hollandaise. I'll put a link here for the recipe for that. And that hollandaise goes into that dish, ready for those mushroom soldiers to dip into nicely. And then next on the plate, our mushroom soldiers, crispy, tasty, and ready to go into that hollandaise. It's a local breakfast for local people, and one thing is famous in Winchester, and that is watercress. So we garnish the tomatoes with watercress to give it a little bit of colour and finish it off. And there we have our full English breakfast at Carvey, with delicious dippy soldiers. As a chef, a full English has my favourite combination of flavours, and I watch it leave the kitchen every day. So what do you think? Is that the full English for you, or do you prefer a more traditional fry-up? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, support the channel, as always. And if you enjoyed that video, then you're going to have to watch this video next. This is my fish and chip shop that won loads of awards, and this is how we did our chips. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video, and stay tasty.